guys. How y'all doing today? Hope everybody's doing well. We are so happy to be back with you guys with another episode. We're super excited.
We are.
Want to kind of give you a little tidbit about us and a little bit about our journey. Give you a little teaser, you know what I mean? And just tell you a little bit about ourselves and our passions today. Yes.
Because we know this is going to be very open and casual, so you'll learn more about us as we further our journey in the podcast space. But we just kind of wanted to give you just a little bit more about who we are and why.
Yes.
Some of our whys and hows and wins and wheres.
Oh boy, yes.
And all in between.
Yes.
You know, just like it says, she believed she could, so she did.
So she did.
Okay.
So we're doing.
So we're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Today. All right.
You want to go first?
No, you can go first, sis.
She always want me to go first.
Come on now.
Right. Okay, listen. So anyway, Scent, that's me. My why for this season, because, you know, we all have different seasons of our lives and, you know, our purpose is always the same, but I think our way that we go about it and our journey is a little different every time. So my why for this season is so I am not so afraid. Okay? I am, Deborah knows this, I am very, very helpful, and I love helping other people and cheering them on and rooting them on, and I rarely do that for myself.
Yes.
So my why for this season is so I can do this for myself. It's something that I've wanted to do. I love people. I love talking to people. And so that's my why. I want to do it for me so that I can kind of get a little courage under my belt. And, you know, just kind of let people really in and see other than just, you know, my small little village and my little circle in my little corner.
Yes.
But just let others really see who Cynthia is and kind of, you know, embrace myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do it.
Just do it because I believe I can. So I need to just do it. Right?
Do it.
So
even
that's my
fear,
even with a little fear, honey, or a lot. Okay.
Do it.
But that's what I'm doing. That's my why in this season, just so I can just kind of push myself a little bit, push myself into doing some things that I know that I can do, and I know that I should be doing. I know that I've been called to do.
Yes.
But fear can paralyze some folks,
Absolutely.
and I don't want to be one of those who just succumbs to the fear and just let it take over, and I just don't do everything that I'm supposed to do in this life.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. I'm excited for you, Cynthia. You know, she's really, you know, she's very modest. She brings so much to the table. I'm grateful to have her in my life. She is a very, very, very big supporter of others, and I'm really glad that she's taking, you know, some front ownership of her own life and her journey and some things that she really, really wants to do. So I'm excited for this season for her. She always says yes. She's very supportive. She gives you 110%, and I couldn't ask for a better person to be in my corner. So I'm really celebrating her in this season. We've got a lot of exciting things that are happening in our lives, and I'm just glad that I'm able to be a part of her journey. I love her to pieces, and so y'all pray for her. Continue to encourage her. Those that know her, you know, give her a swift kick if you need to.
Because you know I need it sometimes.
Because she'll need it sometimes. We're just going to keep her on track so that she can live her best life.
Absolutely.
All right, that's good. And my why, I have a lot of whys. You know, today's why is I know that there is always more to be done. People say that I'm super busy and I'm always doing things. But I really say that I am not busy, I'm fruitful.
Come on, fruitful.
Yes, I think there's a difference. Because when you're busy, sometimes you're just busy with busyness.
Right.
But when you're fruitful, things are growing. There's purpose behind it. You're intentional about it. You know, of course, you can get kind of toggle between being busy and fruitful. That's why you have to be careful. But my why is I want to continue to be Christ-led and not people-pushed.
Oh, that's a word.
Because I think sometimes that's where you can get into the busyness of life, is that when you're doing it because someone asked you to do it, but it's really not what you should be doing. You know, you can get distracted with things that are good things, but it takes you off of the path that you should be on. So I'm really being more intentional in my life, in this season of my life, so that I can really be more focused, right, for the journey.
Yes.
Because I really want to make sure that my steps, one, I know are already ordered, but that I'm actually walking in that path.
Yes.
And not a different path or the wrong path or a detour or something that is not bringing me to the place where I need to be. So I am really focused on just being God-led and not people-push, because I love people. And I have a tendency sometimes to say yes, 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 and yes, and more yes. And while it is a great, 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 great thing, then I find myself where I have not completed the task on my own to-do list, because I'm helping others with their vision and their purpose and their passion, which is great,
Absolutely.
right? But there is balance. That's a whole nother subject, balance and boundaries. We're not going to get into that today, but that's a whole nother topic. But I just want to be in that space,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm embracing it, but I can't just want to be in the space. I have to be intentional about being in the space.
Yes.
Because we talk about a lot of things, but if we don't put the work in, then it's just idle chatter.
Literally.
And I've had a lot of idle chatter. I know many of you have, but that's why you have to have a plan, you know, because if you don't have a plan, you have a plan to fail, right?
Y'all better get these nuggets.
So you really do. So if you have a plan, you got to execute the plan,
Yes.
or your plan is that you have one that you will not be successful. So that is my journey. Of course, family is always my why.
Yes.
And the people that are, you know, close to me, that depend on me in other ways that words cannot express. Of course, that is my challenge as well. But that is a part of my why.
Your why. Absolutely.
We are called to greater,
Yes.
and we are called to serve.
Yes.
And I want to do that, and I want to be really happy about what I'm doing at the end of the day. I don't want to have any regrets. Not anything that makes me
Oh, that's
lament,
good.
you know.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
you're
good.
gonna have some regrets. I could have did this better. I could have, but not
Right.
anything that causes me to lament.
Yes.
Right? That's a whole nother
good.
place.
That's so good.
I don't want to be there. I want to be able to repent and move on.
Right.
Right? If I made a mistake,
Yes.
but lamenting, that's a whole nother
Just
beast.
sitting in it and
Yeah, waddling in it and just,
Mhm.
you know, it's growing and you're just, you know, you're not really productive because you're second guessing and how I could have did this differently and that differently. So that's my why. Yeah.
Love it.
That's kind of where I want to be, that part.
Yes.
Period.com.
Period. Yes. And y'all, she is so, listen, when she says yes, yes, and yes, and yes, and yes, and then a couple more yeses, there's no lies told here, okay? But at the same time, I love that you said fruitful and not just busy.
Yes.
Okay? That is a word for the people, I'm telling you. Because you think, okay, I'm busy doing this and I'm busy doing that, but what's coming out of that busyness? Are you just doing stuff, going here and there, and nothing's getting accomplished?
Mm.
Or are you actually doing things and you see fruit, you see growth, you see
Right.
production,
Right.
right? You see things that are coming out of that, and it's whole and it's good and it's fruitful and it's multiplying,
Yes.
right? And it's trickling down to others so that everybody else is feeling that goodness and eating some of that fruit. So I really like that.
Yeah.
That's a nugget. I'm gonna keep that. If y'all heard me say it again, just
That's okay.
don't pay no
It's
mind,
okay.
you know.
I'll let you say it one more time.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
After that,
Just be
you need to
fruitful.
give credit to where credit
Absolutely.
is due.
Like Deborah said, you know, you don't need to just be busy. You need to be fruitful.
Yes, yes,
Mm,
yes. So I'm hoping that, you know, our episodes that you have listened to from this point have been fruitful,
Yeah.
right, for you, and it has been a joy for us
It has.
to embark upon this podcast journey. You're here to kind of talk about that. in the early stages because we are new. And this is an area that we really, really are being intentional about and we want to be fruitful about
We do.
because conversation is important.
Yes.
And we can all glean and learn something from someone. Our journeys are all
Always.
different.
Yes.
Our experiences are all different and we can all learn from them. I just believe that we don't always have to make the mistakes of others. If we just
sure.
do more listening,
Yes.
right? And more gleaning and more learning, we can kind of grow and develop into a space where we're actually getting better.
Yes.
All of us. Because we all bring something to the table. We all have something to contribute. And I want to share, I want to encourage you, those of you that are kind of in a space where you're not sure what you should do or if you should do, you're not good enough, you know, you haven't graduated college, whatever that long list of to-dos you feel like you haven't done that does not validate you, you are enough. Right where you are.
enough.
You are enough to
Absolutely.
do whatever God has called you to do. So I want to encourage you to move forward.
Keep
Even
on
if you
going.
fail, just get back up.
Keep on going.
Just keep going. Just try some things. Talk to
Yes.
somebody. Take a step. Take a
Yes.
quantum leap toward the beginning of the rest of your life. We all have purpose. We all have passion, but it has to be ignited. So we're here to encourage you. If we can do it, you can do it.
For
Yes,
sure.
you can.
Yes,
Yes, you
you can.
can. So that's my tidbit for you is that I want you, wherever you are in your journey, you can do it. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what obstacles that you have had to overcome. You can do it and you can do it well. And I hope that we can encourage you to even do it today.
For sure.
So thank you for joining us again, and we hope that you listen in on our future podcast. And again, you will be able to follow us on all platforms. We'll be giving more information as we grow in grit and grace. Have a great one.
Take care, y'all.